I'm Ian Pearson. I'm with a company called Futurizon, and I'm a futurologist. Your day really starts when your consciousness starts appearing in the early morning, and sometimes that's a dream. So we already know how to start breaking into people's dreams. We can detect that you're in a dream state. If you've got active contact lenses, they're under your eyelids. So we could put video images into your dreams that would enhance them. We could link them to your girlfriend's dreams, and we could make them much more fun. We could link your dreams to somebody else's dreams, and you could interactively dream. Now, eventually, it's time for you to wake up, but we can do that gently. You can deal with all your emails and watch the morning news before you bother opening your eyes in the morning, because you've got the contact lenses in. You're not going to see the real world very much anyway. You're going to see a very filtered, personalized view of the real world. In fact, that's part of what the city's going to look like. You might have a very plain concrete building, but when you look at it, you're seeing a spectacular video overlay on that, which makes it look like a really cool building. You know, you will experience it through your senses. It's just that your senses will be augmented. They'll be made an awful lot better. So when you're looking at someone, you're not dehumanizing them. What you're doing is you're adding they would have a digital bubble around them, which tells them, what is this person's hobbies? What are they interested in? What kind of art do they like? What sort of person are they? So you'd see a lot more of that person rather than a lot less. I see future transport very much as self-driving pods. We're all familiar with that concept from science fiction, but most pods are just still streamlined, and there's no reason why you would make them streamlined, because if the cars are self-driving, they can drive literally a millimeter apart, or even in contact. They can just sort of meet up with the car in front. So they can drive, there's no wind resistance because there's no gap in between the cars for them to get any. So you might as well make small cubes with nice comfortable seats inside, and there's totally self-driving. Get in and say, take me to number 5 Blogg Street, and the car takes you there. You don't need to worry about where it is. So the sat nav would all be voice controlled, and it knows your diary anyway. So looking at the future city, we'll be using things like carbon nanotubes to go right up to 30 kilometers tall for spaceports in 2075, 2080. And by 100 years from now, we might be going 500 or 600 kilometers tall, which is 1,000 times higher than the shard. So those are the physics limits. It's about 500 or 600 kilometers tall. Those are ridiculously high buildings. That's above the Hubble telescope, for example. By the end of this century, we'll probably have a space elevator, one of Arthur C. Clarke's concepts, where you have a big rock out in space with a big rope coming down to the Earth's surface, and you use that as a high-speed lift shaft to get things into orbit. A lot of people, when they're thinking about the future, they watch science fiction films and see a very gloomy, very dystopian view of the future where the machines all rise up against us. The good news is that engineers have known about this for a very long time. That's why we got the sci-fi films. These are very understood concepts. So actually, they're already in hand. We already know how to defend against those scenarios. So the future will not be us fighting against lots of big armies of machines, because we know pretty much how to keep them on our side.